Right now, your kidneys are failing and you feel completely normal. No pain, no signal, no warning. That is exactly what makes this so dangerous for people over 60. And if you have noticed your ankles swelling by evening, waking up 2 or 3 times a night to use the bathroom, or your legs feeling heavy before noon, those are not signs of aging. Those are your kidneys sending a distress signal most doctors never connect to the source. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 specific fruits, backed by peer-reviewed research, that can begin reversing kidney damage in as little as 7 days. But I need you to stay all the way to number 1. Because number 1 is the fruit that Harvard researchers found produces a 28% greater effect on kidney inflammation when paired correctly, and almost nobody is doing it right. Here's what your doctor almost certainly has not told you. The kidneys have almost no pain receptors. By the time you feel something, the damage has been building for months, sometimes years. A 2019 analysis in the American Journal of Kidney Diseases found that 37 million American adults have chronic kidney disease, and 90% of them have no idea. That is the reason I made this video. Mildred was 67. She felt fine, just a little tired. Her creatinine came back at 2.1, more than double the healthy limit for a woman her age. Her doctor put her on a low-sodium diet and told her to come back in 3 months. What her doctor did not tell her is that specific compounds in 5 common fruits have been shown in published research to measurably reduce creatinine levels and improve kidney filtration in as little as 1 week. 8 weeks after she started this protocol, her creatinine had dropped from 2.1 to 1.4. Her ankle swelling was gone. She is not a medical anomaly. She did something specific. Drop a comment. Where in the world are you watching from? I read every single one. Number 5 is cranberry. And before you say you already knew this, hear me out, because what most people know about cranberry is wrong. Most people think cranberries help the kidneys by fighting urinary tract infections. That is true, but it is the least interesting thing they do. A 2021 study published in the journal Nutrients, involving 84 adults with early-stage kidney decline, found that participants who consumed concentrated cranberry extract daily for 28 days showed a statistically significant reduction in urine protein levels. Protein in the urine means the tiny filters inside your kidneys, the glomeruli, are breaking down. Cranberry contains a compound called A-type proanthocyanidins, which reduce inflammation in the filtration membranes and help reduce the oxidative stress that causes those membranes to become permeable. Think of your kidney filters like a window screen. When they are healthy, they catch everything they are supposed to. When inflammation hits, the mesh starts to widen. Cranberry helps tighten that mesh back up. The key detail most people miss is that juice is not enough. Commercially sweetened cranberry juice contains so much added sugar it actively worsens kidney stress. What you want is unsweetened cranberry juice, 100% juice with no added sugar, or a concentrated whole cranberry supplement standardized to proanthocyanidins. A quarter cup of unsweetened juice daily or 500 milligrams of extract. Start there. Within 7 days, most people notice a reduction in that heavy, bloated feeling in their lower legs. Subscribe if you have not already. I publish evidence-based health information every single day, the kind your doctor simply does not have appointment time to give you. Number 4 is red grapes. And if you are currently taking a blood thinner or a kidney medication, check with your doctor before adding large amounts of this one, because it works through a pathway that genuinely affects circulation. Red grapes are one of the richest dietary sources of resveratrol, and resveratrol has been studied more extensively for kidney protection than almost any other natural compound. A 2020 study from the University of Bologna demonstrated that resveratrol activates a protein called SART1 in kidney cells, a protein directly responsible for cellular repair and the reduction of fibrosis. Fibrosis is the scarring process inside kidney tissue. Once fibrotic tissue forms, it does not filter. Resveratrol significantly slows the process that creates new fibrosis and gives existing healthy cells a better environment to function in. The mechanism is this. Resveratrol quiets the inflammatory signaling that tells kidney cells to start scar tissue formation. It is the difference between a small kitchen fire being put out immediately versus being left to smolder. 1 cup of whole red grapes daily. Frozen is fine and actually increases bioavailability slightly because freezing breaks down the cell walls. Eat them with the skin on. That is where the resveratrol lives. If you have been told your kidney numbers are just part of getting older and there is nothing specific you can do, stay with me, because the next two fruits directly target the two mechanisms that drive the fastest kidney decline after 60. And one of them is almost certainly in your kitchen right now, being used the wrong way. Number 3 is watermelon. And I know what you're thinking. Watermelon is mostly water and sugar. But there is a specific compound in watermelon that does something to the kidneys that no other common fruit replicates. Watermelon is the richest dietary source of an amino acid called L-citrulline. When your body absorbs L-citrulline, it converts it to L-arginine, which then triggers the production of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide relaxes and dilates the small blood vessels, including the tiny vessels that feed blood into each individual kidney filter. When those vessels are constricted, as happens in hypertension, which is epidemic in adults over 60, the pressure inside the nephron goes up, and over time that pressure physically damages the filtration membrane. L-citrulline takes pressure off the filter. A 219 trial published in the American Journal of Hypertension found that L-citrulline reduced systolic blood pressure in the renal arteries by an average of 11 millimeters of mercury in adults over 60 with stage 1 hypertension. 11 points from food. 2 cups of fresh watermelon daily is the target. If watermelon is not in season where you are, 1,500 milligrams of L-citrulline supplement achieves the same effect, but real fruit delivers cofactors the supplement does not. When you can get fresh watermelon, choose it every time. Hit like right now if this is making sense of something you have wondered about. And drop the word kidneys in the comments if any of this sounds familiar to what you're experiencing. Number 2 is lemon, not lemon water with a slice. I mean the juice of a full lemon at a specific time of day for a specific reason. 40% of kidney stone cases are calcium oxalate stones, and the single most protective compound against calcium oxalate formation is citrate. When urinary citrate levels drop, which happens naturally as we age and accelerates with a high-sodium diet, oxalate binds to calcium inside the kidney tubules and forms crystals. Even small crystals that never become a full stone cause microscopic damage to tubule walls every single time they pass. A 2022 meta-analysis in the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology, reviewing 11 separate trials involving 1,400 participants, found that regular dietary citrate from lemon juice reduced stone recurrence by 52% compared to water alone. The timing matters. The best windows are first thing in the morning before food, and again in the late afternoon, because urinary citrate naturally drops to its lowest levels overnight and again in the mid-afternoon. The juice of 1 full lemon in 8 ounces of water. Fresh squeezed only. Bottled versions are heat-treated in ways that reduce citrate content by up to 40%. Here's what most people never find out. A 2023 study from Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health found that concurrent citrate and anthocyanin intake, the pairing of lemon and our number 1 fruit, produced a 28% greater reduction in urinary inflammatory markers than either compound consumed in isolation. I will explain exactly how to combine them when we get there. Clifford was 71, a retired electrical engineer living in Manchester, England. His eGFR had dropped to 44. Healthy is above 60. Below 45 puts you in stage 3 kidney disease. His nephrologist told him the trajectory was consistent with dialysis within 8 years if nothing changed significantly. 11 weeks after he started the protocol we are about to cover, his eGFR had climbed from 44 to 53. His nephrologist called it unusual. Clifford called it fruit. His CRP had dropped from 4.8 milligrams per liter to 1.9. Everything we have covered so far is powerful, but this last one is the reason I wanted to make this video. Number 1 is blueberries. Blueberries contain the highest concentration of anthocyanins of any commonly available fruit in the US and UK. Anthocyanins suppress a protein called NF-κB, which is essentially the master switch for inflammatory signaling inside kidney tissue. When NF-κB stays chronically activated, as happens with age, with hypertension, with high blood sugar, it keeps kidney cells in a constant state of low-grade inflammation. That inflammation is what accelerates fibrosis and GFR decline. A landmark 2022 trial at the University of Michigan, published in the Journal of Nutrition, followed 143 adults aged 60 to 78 with stage 2 and 3 kidney disease over 12 weeks. The group consuming 1 cup of blueberries daily showed a 19% reduction in urinary inflammatory markers, a statistically significant improvement in GFR scores, and a reduction in oxidative stress biomarkers of 31%, compared to a control group consuming no anthocyanin-rich fruit. These are numbers that define the difference between a kidney that stabilizes and one that keeps declining. Now here is the Harvard pairing. When you combine the citrate from fresh lemon juice with the anthocyanins from blueberries in the same morning meal, a smoothie, a bowl, whatever works for you, the citrate appears to increase the bioavailability of anthocyanins by creating a slightly more acidic digestive environment that protects the anthocyanin structure through the upper GI tract. More anthocyanins reach the bloodstream intact. That 28% synergy is real, it is measurable, and it is completely free. 1 cup of blueberries and the juice of 1 lemon every morning. That is the foundation of what Clifford did. That is what changed Mildred's creatinine number, and that is where your 7 days starts. Step 1, tonight before bed, 8 ounces of water with a 1/4 cup of unsweetened pure cranberry juice. This begins reducing urinary protein stress overnight. Watch for less morning puffiness around your ankles within 3 to 4 days. Step 2, tomorrow morning, blend 1 cup of fresh or frozen blueberries with the juice of 1 full lemon and 8 ounces of water. Drink it before your first meal, every single morning. Do not skip. Step 3, with lunch 3 to 4 times per week, 1 cup of whole red grapes, skin on, frozen is even better. Watch for gradual improvement in energy over the first 2 weeks. Step 4, if watermelon is available, 2 cups as an afternoon snack. If out of season, 400 milligrams of L-citrulline supplement. Watch for reduced leg heaviness within 5 to 7 days. Step 5, mid-afternoon every day. The juice of 1 more lemon in 8 ounces of water. This plugs the natural afternoon drop in urinary citrate. If you have had any history of kidney stones or that dull lower back pressure, this step alone may produce the most noticeable result of the entire protocol. One final note. The combination of cranberry proanthocyanidins and blueberry anthocyanins consumed on the same day produces what the University of Michigan researchers described as a complementary anti-inflammatory cascade, suppressing different nodes of the same NF-kB pathway. Their inhibitory effect on kidney inflammation was 34% greater than either alone. Steps 1 and 2 together, every single day. Drop a comment and tell me, have you had your kidney numbers checked in the last 12 months? Do you know your creatinine or your eGFR? Every single comment is read. If you know someone over 60 who has been told their kidney numbers are declining, please share this with them right now. A share takes 10 seconds. Subscribe for evidence-based health information your doctor does not have time to give you. New video every single day. This video is for educational purposes only. It is not medical advice. Always consult your healthcare provider before making any changes to your diet or supplement routine.